This is Todd's mom.
Hi.
In a moment, Todd's mom will read her son's internet browsing history.
What?
Aloud, please.
No.
Supermodels on trampolines.com. Why don't girls like me? How to overcome an overbearing mother.
Okay, cut.
If you wouldn't want
Stop.
mom looking through your web history, why would you let hackers, ad companies, or your internet and cellular provider do the same thing?
Why does my junk burn?
They can track and record everything you do online, but not if you have ExpressVPN.
Why did you buy a $200 ninja outfit?
For fighting.
ExpressVPN apps keep your activity and identity private while you browse, stream, email, or download. Protect all of your devices with just one click.
Are my hands small?
Okay, I'm done. You guys are all terrible people.
ExpressVPN. Take back your privacy today.
Ooh.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Content Creators University. I am very excited to be here. 2022, we made it. If you're watching this video, that means that we made it and we are here to make it happen. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I'm very, very excited to be joining you guys again on this weekly rendezvous that we have of the Content Creators University. If you're new to the channel, well, my name is JP Hightek, and I want to encourage you to stick around. If you like this type of videos, well, go ahead and smack the subscribe button, and while you're at it, stick around, activate the bell icon, and like this video if you like this type of content. All right, so what we do is every single week we bring you things that's gonna allow you and I, right, all of us to grow as creators, as business owners. And today we have a topic that I'm pretty sure is hitting home, at least it's hitting home to me, right? The types of people to avoid, right? Like the plague, if we want to be successful in our endeavors, in our businesses as creators. You know, there's those type of people that we need to stay away from, right? And we're about to talk about those type of people today, especially we are at the beginning of the year. But before we do anything like that, we do have what we call the news, right? We have news and different things that are happening, and we want to share those things with you guys so that you guys are aware of what's happening right here in the Content Creators University. So before we get started, I want you to stick around and we'll be right back right after this.
Yo, it's your boy Jay Dunn. Look, you are on Content Creator University. You finally made it. It's live right now. So stay right here because it's about to be crazy.
All right, folks, this is what we're about to talk about today, the types of people that we need to avoid, right, in this industry. But before we get started, let's go ahead and look at the news that I got right here. These are the type of things that are happening in the Content Creators University. As you can see right there, we have this event taking place January 23rd. I repeat, January 23rd, folks. You want to be there if you're all about elevating your studio presence, right? The right things to do, understanding the proper setup, the proper lighting, the caliber of light to choose, the lenses, and everything that goes into building your premium presence, virtual presence. That is crucial. Well, you want to go ahead and sign up for this event. Phenomenal. I am humbled to be a host with Lenita hosting at this event. Again, the website is right there in front of you. In case you're listening to the podcast, that is bevirtualpro.com. Virtualpro.com is the platform to go to. Very, very excited about this. Tickets are available right now. Go ahead and grab your seats. Limited seats available. So looking forward to that. Now, we do have something else happening, and we have this conference, Unplugged 2022 in-person conference, right? This is not virtual. This is in-person conference taking place, right, in March. 3 days, right? It's a hybrid event, business conference. So you want to be there. Go ahead and visit. The website will be unplugconference.com. unplugconference.com. You have phenomenal speakers. I mean, if you're watching the video right now, you see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 speakers right there on the flyer talking about everything that has to do with you winning, in the workplace. If you're in human resources or you are in helping people and you are in those type of draw places, you want to understand the things that you need to do in order to be successful in the workplace, well, that is the place that you want to go to, right? Again, the website is unplugconference.com. I am very, very excited about this, right? Looking forward to seeing you there if you decide to show in person. COVID has made it so hard for us to connect in person. So now all the in-person events are taking place, and I'm humbled to be one of the speakers there. I'll be excited if you can join me at that event, family. So we also have something amazing happening in the month of February. And folks, this is it, right? We have the Black History Month. Yeah. Black History Month. And as you can see, we have those Black successful creators that will be coming on this platform, right? And the dates that we have currently confirmed are as follow right here. As you can see, the first date that I have right there will be February 8th. February 8th at 5:30 p.m. we will have Pierre Quinn. And for those of you who do not know, Pierre Quinn is a talent, and leadership speaker, right? He's a talent development speaker and leadership coach. Man, we're about to talk about leaders needing to leverage creativity, right? We need to leverage creativity as leaders. And how can we do that? Why is it that is so important, right? As creators. And that is what we're about to talk about. If this is interesting for you, I want to see you right there that day. Again, February 8th with Pierre Quinn. Looking forward to this conversation. We will also have Nicole Roberts Jones. Very excited about having her on the platform. And Nicole, she's the bankroll your brilliance expert. And we're talking about how to find and walk in your purpose. Whew, the title is deep, right? How to find and walk in your purpose. Very, very important that we not only find our purpose, but we need to know the best way to walk in our purpose, right? Because we're all created for a specific purpose. And every single day that we do not walk in our purpose is a day that somebody is not getting the reason why, the solution that we're created to solve, right? Somebody is missing out simply because we decided not to walk in that purpose. So if you're excited about this conversation, I want to see you there. And that will be February 9th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Content Creators University, right? With Nicole Robert Jones. Now, the next that we have confirmed is LaShawn Davis. Absolutely, family. We have LaShawn Davis that will be right here with us on February 15th. And we're talking about what it takes to step out in faith, right? How does that affect you? What are the things that we need to consider? What happens to you whenever you truly decide to take that step of faith and to start that business that you've always had in your heart, that God put in your heart, or to just, go 100% full time into the things that you've been trying to build, or whatever you have in your heart, right? What does it take? How does that affect you? And what are the things to consider in order for you to keep standing, right, regardless of adversity? So very, very, very excited about this conversation. And this will be with LaShawn Davis. For the folks that do not know, LaShawn is an employee relationship expert. She's the founder as well of the HR Plug. And she is all about people, right? And her story is phenomenal. Looking forward to this conversation on February 15th, starting at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Content Creators University. Now, folks, we also have this date that has been confirmed with Rachel Woodson, right? Rachel Woodson will be with us here. And we're talking about life, love, and again, purpose. As you can see, purpose is coming a lot in the month of February because purpose is, in my humble opinion, that foundational thing that we all need to care about. We all need to think about. That drives, right? That's the motor that drives our life. And look at that: life, love, and purpose. And for the folks that do not know Rachel Woodson, she's an international celebrity coach and reality TV host of BET Love in Quarantine. So she will be right here with us on February 22nd, starting 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You want to write those dates down. Be ready, because the month of February is about to be phenomenal, folks. Phenomenal. So I am very, very, very excited about what we're about to dive into in this month of February. During this month of January, you're going to have a little more of me so that we can discuss certain things that we need to care about. That's going to allow us to be successful and win in this year of 2022, right? So now we're about to go ahead and start with today's topic right after this. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. All right, so now we're about to talk about the things that we need to understand. Certain types of people that we must get rid of, right? That we must remove from our lives in order to be successful in this industry, in this workplace that we are right here as creators. Now, I want to take the time to talk about this to you guys, because these are stuff that we need to think about, because all of us, we want to be successful. All of us, we have something that we're thinking about or something that we're working on in order to win. And so why, right? I know some people will be wondering, why exactly should we care about something like this? Well, let me tell you something. People with this type of qualities, right, will take and suck energy and put strain on your business, right? We live in an era where we're leveraging technology and relationships to do more of the things that we used to do before. And as we're relying on networking, we're relying on relationship, we're relying on people, right? We need to take a step back and also acknowledge that we need to pay attention to certain type of people, because sadly, those type of people are there, and they are there to suck certain things out of our walk and steal things from us, which is, in another way, will cause us to be failing in the things that we're trying to succeed in. So I want to encourage you, family. Let's take the time to dive into it. So I'm excited about this because I'm also about to learn from this same type of, this same message that we have today. So let's get started here. The first person I want to talk about is the manipulator. Yes, you heard me right. All right. The manipulator. I want to, as you see right there, I'm saying be extremely, those type of people can be extremely nice, pushy, or even emotional abusive, right? These individuals really have no interest in your life. However, they are they may pretend, right, to care to get what they want from you, right? They'll pretend with you that they care about you, they care about the relationship, but ultimately the only thing that they're looking for is to take what they want from the relationship, from you, right? The truth may often feel distorted with them, and stories will change in an attempt to cause confusion. And so that's what they do, right? They will change the truth. They will manipulate situations in order to always come out winners out of this. And those type of people, sadly, are everywhere. And we need to be aware of who they are. We need to be careful about those type of people so that we don't let them into our lives, especially this is 2022. We all have, as you know, almost everybody have a goal, starting the year strong, starting the year the right way with a better focus to win and conquer. And so these are things that we need to think about so that those things do not create a stumbling block in our lives and draw us back, right? Cause us to delay in the things that we're trying to achieve. So again, The manipulator is somebody that we want to take away, right, from our lives and from the things that we're doing. And we want to take the time to also be able to discern them, right? Discern them, pay attention, keep our eyes open so that we don't let them into our lives anymore because, hey, they're not for you. They're actually against you and for themselves. So let's think about that, right? So now let's move on to the next thing, which is the next type of person that we want to be aware of and be careful about, will be the arrogant, right? Boy, oh boy. I mean, if you're in this industry, you know, we have those folks that know everything, right? Like, for them, they know everything. They know it all. They don't need you to tell them anything. They've purchased all types of equipment. If they're creators, right, they have all the cameras, all the lenses, all the computers. They went ahead and spent the money to buy everything. So you cannot teach them anything. You cannot show them anything. They know it all, right? Those are the type of people we want to be careful about, right? And also, let's not confuse confidence for arrogance, right? Let's be careful about that, right? Because confident people inspire people, right? But the arrogant are a lot of times they want to intimidate you, right? Let's be careful there. There's a fine line between being arrogant and being confident, right? And we also need to practice humility every single day, right? So as you say, someone with an arrogant attitude feels he or she's better than everyone around them. Think about that, right? We all have those people that, regardless of what you say, right, they feel they know better. They feel they are more aware of whatever you're about to talk about, regardless of the topic that you want to discuss with them. They know everything about it, right? And they can teach you every single time. There's no way that you can even pretend to show them anything, right? Those type of people, you want to be careful because they will negatively impact you, right? And they will be in your life and they'll be sucking the energy out of you. And we don't have time, neither the energy to waste on them, right? It takes already a lot to try to achieve the things that we're trying to work on. We work up every day. Life is hard enough to have those people that you cannot talk to, that always want to tell you, listen, I know this. I actually can teach you this. And every day they want to teach you something new. Folks, let's beware and remove those type of people from our lives today, right? That's very, very crucial. Let's move on to the next type of individual, all right, of people that we do not want in our lives. And those are the cheap. Let me say it again, right? The cheap people, right? Those people are cheap every time, right? They refuse to invest. They refuse completely to invest in the things that they keep talking about. They refuse to invest in those things. They refuse to improve, right? They refuse to spend the money and invest in the things that they say they need themselves. And they refuse to spend the money on anything and even improving themselves. They are super cheap when it comes down to anything you're talking about. And they want to encourage you to be as cheap as them. And we need to take a second and stop and understand that. It's all about the mentality that we have, right? Being cheap is about the mentality. It's not all about money. Because you can be cheap by even cheating yourself from rest. Cheating yourself from, learning, cheating yourself from building, a community of like-minded people that's going to allow you to be successful. As you know, the most successful people surround themselves with smarter people, right? You're going to cheat yourself from that because you're cheap and you just do not want to put in any work. All right. And those are the type of people that want everything for nothing, right? They want everything for nothing. They'll tell you what they want and they'll refuse to spend anything that will cost them anything. And as we know, in order to get to a higher level in life, regardless of what the level is, it will cost us something. when you want to start a new job, it will cost you time, and you have to spend time to learn that new skill. You have to take the time to go through on-the-job training, right? Regardless of what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, elevate, for example, you have those photographers that refuse, to spend the money and purchase the correct equipment, the proper lenses that's going to allow them to have that top of the line image quality. They want to use that, that budget-friendly lens, or the one that comes with the standard camera. Or you have those people that are looking to elevate their businesses and elevate the things that they do, their services, and refuse to spend any time to improve or even review the things that they have, right? That is crucial. We need to understand that regardless of what we're trying to do, it will cost us something. And we should not cheat ourselves from that. Let's not be too cheap and refuse to spend what is needed in order to grow and in order to elevate. So if we have these type of people in our lives that are always want to encourage us to get everything for nothing and not spend anything in order to elevate, let's get those type of people out of our lives, because in life, it will cost you something to get at a certain level. You can never elevate with zero. That is impossible, right? It's simply impossible. Even for us to eat food, you have to spend money to buy the food before you eat it, right? So let's think about that. The next type of individuals that we want to take away from our lives are the idea junkies, right? There are some folks right there that have ideas for everything. They will come to you, come and speak with you about they have an idea to start this type of business. They have an idea to start this type of show. They have an idea to start this type of endeavor. I mean, they have ideas every single day. Here's the deal. They abuse the extreme, unlimited amount of ideas with no implementation is a waste of time and a drag of energy. All right, I want to give a shout out to the folks in the comment section below. Hey, Dr. Elo, how's it going? Thanks for being here with us today. And also First Lady Cree, I appreciate you guys being in the comment section. Thanks, folks, for joining the live stream. We have about 20 some people that have just joined right now. I appreciate you guys joining on the live stream. Folks, we have those people, right? The idea junkies. They do not want to spend any time implementing anything. As a matter of fact, they do not even have actionable steps, right? They don't have anything that's going to take their idea to implementation. Like, they literally, do not have any strategy of implementation. They simply are there to lay ideas on you, to share with you different ways that they believe that certain things could be done. But the question is, why is it that they do not want to take it to the next step? And what's that next step? The next step is implementation. The next step is action. The next step is understanding that you need to put that to life, right? If you just sit down every day, you're writing down your ideas, you have a whole list of things that you want to achieve, and you never actually get up and simply start, then all of that will never, get to anything. Never get to anything, right? So let's take the time to really apply the ideas that we have. And if we have those type of people in our lives that refuse to actually implement and to always have something to talk about, a plan, a strategy. Personally, I tell you, get those people out of your life, because you also have, and if you're a content creator, you have those people that always want to ask you, how are you doing certain things, right? How are you getting this type of quality? How are you achieving this type of things? And you never see them start anything. You never see them actually get up and press play. You never see them actually put themselves out there. They have been spending months and months and months, and now they're stuck in analysis paralysis. They're stuck, right? And trying to get things a certain way before they can move. But here's the deal. Unless we actually start walking, unless we actually start implementing certain things, we will never be able to grow and get to a certain level. Because the knowledge of things is that the more you're doing something, the better we become at those things. And the more you're actually applying it, you will discover that you want to implement different strategies in doing things a better way, right? But if you've never actually started, you will have never known that, oh, maybe that approach was not the best approach in regards to the things that you're trying to achieve. But what you're trying to do is just talk about it. So I want to encourage us. Let's all start those projects, those ideas, those visions, and those businesses that we want to start. Those things that we have on paper. Let's start implementing things and simply just walk into it so that we can see a change, right? So we have these type of people, the constant taker. The constant taker, folks. We have those type of people that are in our lives and we need to be aware of them, right? Those are the folks that will always want to come to you and try to take something from you, right? And they're very subtle in the way they do it. They're very smooth. I call them the smooth criminals. They're smooth criminals, right? They'll just, like tell you, for example, hey, I really appreciate the way you're doing this, man. You're amazing. You're really doing amazing things. I'm very impressed. As a matter of fact, man, let me ask you this. How did you get this done? Would you mind taking 30 minutes? Let's hop on a call so that you can show me this. You will notice that in the relationship, they're the ones that are always taken. But one thing that we need to know is that in a successful relationship, because there's two people, both got to be able to give, right? We have to be able to give. We have to be able to put the other person first in order for things to work for us, right? So if in that relationship that you have that person, and I'm sorry, folks, as I'm talking, if you find yourself in it, this is not directed to any person, anybody in specific. This is just in general so that we can all grow as we have we all have those type of people in our lives that we need to, get rid of. So the ones as we're looking at our relationship, and this is a good time, a beginning of the year, that we look into the mirror, that we take a time to think about the type of people that we have in our lives and see the type of relationship that we've built with those people and see how healthy are those relationships that we have. Are those positive relationships? What type of people do we end up having on our list? Even as we're on social media and we spend time just accepting friend requests over friend requests over friend requests, one thing that I've decided to do now is I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know anymore. I need to have known you in some type of capacity. Maybe we are both part of the same group. Maybe we all ended up, at the same conference, or some type of capacity, right? Before you can request so that I can accept, right? Because as we're just growing and just accepting people we don't know, we end up in a place of no man's land where you look left and right, and most people that you have surrounding you are not really people that, quote unquote, are rooting for you or care about you. They're just people that are there, and we're wondering, what exactly do I have to do with these individuals, right? Like, where did they come from, right? Who do I have in my circle? And, that is very crucial because whoever we have in our circle will affect us, right? If we surround ourselves with wiser people, we will be wiser. With smarter people, we will be smarter, right? So who is in our circle? That's a good question. If it's the constant taker, well, I believe in order to be healthy, it's time to strip away those individuals from our lives, and so that they don't keep weighing us down, right? Let me know. Now, I have also the eternal, right? I have right there, as you can see, the eternal victim. You have those individuals that are eternally victim, right? They will always make excuses and blame others of their mistakes and wrongdoing. There are some of the most toxic people to be around. They will never accept responsibility and always point the finger, which causes a domino effect. All right, of the blame game, right? It happens in any situation. It happens. Those type of people, we can find them in our workplace. We can find them in our business relationships that we're building. We can find them in, friendship, right? We can find them in our family members. They're always victim, right? They always are blaming other people. They can never look in their own errors or mistakes and try to learn from there. Well, one thing that we know is that the most successful people are the ones that have taken the time to actually learn from their mistake. I just learned not long ago that WD-40, the owner, the creator of WD-40, called it WD-40 simply because he failed, aka, right? I'm putting parenthesis around failed, but he tried 39 times to get the correct solution for WD-40. And it's on the 40th time that he got it perfectly, which is the reason why he called his solution WD-40. So I call that he went through 39 ways, right, of not doing it and found that one way of doing it the right way, the best way of doing it, which is the 40th time, right? And after finding that, he called it WD-40. We, in order to be really successful in life, we need to be able to learn from our mistakes. We need to be able to take responsibility from our failures. And there's strength in asking for forgiveness in a relationship, right? There's strength in understanding that, that is my bad, right? It's my fault. I take full responsibility for my wrongdoing. I'm going to learn from that, and I'm going to be stronger. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be stronger, and I'm going to step ahead of that. That actually puts us in a winning place, right? It puts us in a winning place. And so I want to encourage you, if you struggle with this, if you're the type of person that you have a hard time taking responsibility or learning from your mistakes, or even agreeing that you've made a mistake, right? Or that you had a downfall or anything like that. I want to encourage you to take a second to acknowledge that it's not a weakness, but it is a strength, right? It is a strength to really look back and know that, okay, here are the areas where I didn't do it right, right? I don't call that a failure, right? I call that another opportunity to win even better. So hopefully this is encouraging you guys. I got about 36 people connected on the live stream right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. Thanks for being here with me today, right? This is something that I'm also learning from, as I believe we all have to keep learning. Like I always say, the day you stop learning, you stop growing. And I want to always learn. I want to always grow, which is the reason why I'm here. And I am learning from this same things with you guys today, right? And the next, these type of folks are the angry ones, right? The angry ones. Those are the type of folks that act like the world owes them everything. They are angry at everyone, at anything. And they're always complaining about their challenges, their failure in life. They're always talking about how somebody didn't support them in a specific time of their lives, or how they didn't see, or they don't see the love that you're giving them, or that a family member is giving them, or at work, on the business relationship, or what have you. They're angry at life. And of course, there's always a reason. However, here's the situation. One thing that I've learned in life is that actually nobody owes me anything. That's one thing I've learned. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody has to love me. Nobody has to give me money. That it's not mandatory for people to show me love. They can choose not to. And I cannot be upset at them. I cannot be angry at them because they're not giving me something that I quote unquote feel I need. It's only through grace that certain things we're receiving those things, right? It's only through grace. And so we need to understand that. Yes, we may have gone through some hard things. Yes, some people may have done us wrong. But if we have those people in our lives that are always complaining, always talking about how X is not doing this to them, X is not giving them that attention, X is not supporting them, it is high time to take a step back and actually look at that person and see what exactly are they doing? Because one thing that I've learned is whatever I want to receive, I should give first. Let me be specific. I've learned that, for example, if what I really want to have, if what I feel I lack in my life is love, I need to take the time to give that love back. If what I feel is joy, I need to show joy to other people. If what I feel I'm lacking in my life is networking, surrounding myself with people, I need to find ways to connect with other people and be genuine when I see other people win. I've learned that whenever I do those things, whenever I take the time to really celebrate others' success, celebrate others' win, show genuine love to others, I get it back whenever things happen in my life. So the thing is, if you find yourself feeling like people owe you almost everything, what I've learned there is start giving. The more you give, the more you receive. Is a principle. The more you bless others, the more blessing will come in your life, regardless of whether you pray about it or not. Those are just life lessons. And those are important things that we need to remind ourselves and the folks that are in our lives that we identify to be the angry one. It's good to, if they want to listen, share that with them. Or if they refuse to listen, remove them from your life because their toxicity will affect you. One thing that I always say is that we have the choice, right? You choose. One thing that we have is choice. You have the choice to have certain things in your life or to remove certain things out of your life. And that choice will present itself to every single person at a certain point of our life. We all get the opportunity to remove certain things from our lives or to keep them in our lives. The choice is ours. Hopefully this is a blessing and this is blessing you guys today, right? The next folks that I want to talk about that we need to be aware of are the unreliable. They pretend to be there for you. They'll always be there for you, right? They always want to tell you how much they care about you, how much they love. But, one thing that I want us to take a step back and understand is being reliable is not to show up when is most convenient for us in other people's lives. To be reliable is to be willing to sacrifice our time, sacrifice our comfort, sacrifice the things that we may want to do for somebody else because they need us. So if we look around in our relationships in our lives and we end up finding that there are certain people that are actually not reliable, because we need to audit our relationships. We need to audit the people that are in our lives. We need to audit ourselves, right? To see, okay, am I unreliable most of the time? Am I dependable, right? And to be dependable, one thing that I always say is never promise something that you're not sure to deliver. So the folks that are in our lives or in your lives that always want to tell you what they can do for you, or they want to promise. And when the time comes, unfortunately, life happens and they cannot hold up to their promise. They cannot do what they said they will do. And you were relying on them. You were depending on them. And a lot of times they talk a lot, and that may be coming from a good place in their heart, right? That may be coming from a good, genuine, loving place. But the problem is that they're unreliable because they don't want to sacrifice. When the time comes, they're not willing to sacrifice their comfort in order to service you, in order to be there for you, in order to support you. Well, we need to think about those people in our lives, right? Because a relationship takes two people. And we both got to care enough to sacrifice a little for the other person. So that ends today's show, right? I hope this has been a blessing to some of you guys out there. I hope you've learned something from today. And I hope this caused you to think about it, right? I hope this provoked your thought to audit your life and audit the relationship that you have in your life and the people that are surrounding you, to see, how can I be successful in my life? How can I really look around and remove those toxic, energy, toxic people, negative presence, people that are dragging us down? Because as we're talking about being successful, as we're talking about elevating, we need also to think about what are those things that are holding us back and are stopping us from really making the jump. We need to feel lighter. We need to shake those things off, and we need to really be positive and look forward, and also understand that not everybody in our circle is necessarily welcome or is necessarily at the right place. And understand that not everyone will agree with our vision. Not everyone will agree with what we're trying to achieve. And also remember that there are some people that will come in your life for a specific season. It is okay to agree and understand that, okay, it's time to remove those people. Maybe that season is over. There's nothing wrong from understanding and agreeing that, okay, I believe it's time for me to move on. This person has spent their time. It is time to remove this specific person from my life. There's nothing wrong with that. Because ultimately, whenever we do not discern those things and we do not understand that it is time to actually move on, that's where the relationship goes from being good to bad to really ugly to bitter, and ultimately you end up resenting each other. No, it is okay, to audit and clear things out, right? Vacuum, those things that are not supposed to be there in your life anymore, and keep moving. Again, happy 2022 to all of you guys. And if you appreciate this type of video, I want you to go ahead and smack the like button, right? And let me know in the comment section below if you appreciate this. This is something that I believe we all need to reflect on. And I've learned as well from it. I'll see you next week, like I always say, folks, for another episode of the Content Creators University. And this is what we do. We want to elevate and grow in the things that we do in our businesses, in our relationship. I'll see you next time, like I always say. Shalom. Bye-bye, folks.